Heard you.
Boom shakalaka, you already know the vibes. It is Saturday. It's Who Run the
Mm-hmm.
City. Tea Time, Big Fan, Breezy. We in the
Mm-hmm.
building. Shout out to the guys that's already in the building.
Mm-hmm.
JJ, I see you. Jack City. Barry is in the building. And my guy
Mm-hmm.
Fraz, you already know the vibery. Team
Yeah.
Knicks and Issues in the building. Shout out to the
Mm-hmm.
conglomerate. You already know the vibe. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So let's get right into it because like I told Big Fan Breezy at 12, I'm out on the dot. So so if you want to start it, let's go.
All right, shit. Let's get to it. Now, what I've seen thus far from the Villanova team is Josh Hart led that team far as points is concerned in the 2016 team. Once he left, the Villanova the team won again in 2018. And Mikal Bridges led that team in scoring that season, with Jalen Brunson being a significant player. And you could consider it a duo. He was right there behind him, averaging 17. Mikal Bridges averaged 18. So, case in point, one of the best defenders coming off of the bench for the Villanova championship team in 2016 was Mikal Bridges, but he wasn't the man. He was a redshirt freshman. Case in point, when he became in 2018, he was the man. He won the Julius Erving Award, and he was getting busy. You know what I'm saying? And a big part of the reason why they won the national championship. So shout out to Mikal Bridges. Yeah, I heard all of the rhetoric. And I even heard him say out of his own mouth that he thought that he was going to get drafted by the Knicks and wanted to go to the Knicks, but they drafted Knox in front of him. We all know this to be true. This is not opinion. Case in point is he was supposed to go to Philly. Something happened where he wound up going to the Phoenix Suns. After that, he came to the Brooklyn Nets. Now, I said all that to say because of the contrast of Julius Erving and Mikal Bridges. Mikal Bridges won the Julius Erving Award, which is, Julius Erving. He played with the Knicks. He played with the Nets. And that being said, he won with the Nets. He won a championship with the Nets. So I'm saying I believe that Mikal Bridges can bring the Brooklyn Nets a championship. Now, that being said, when it comes down to the Brooklyn Nets and having Mikal Bridges on the roster, I like it. And on top of that, I do want to see him prove himself to say, us as fans, build confidence that after his contract is up, he won't leave us and become a Knicks player. Now, that being said, I would like to see that for various reasons. Now, the one reason is to show that, yeah, I won with you guys already, including DiVincenzo. DiVincenzo was actually a rookie the same time Mikal Bridges was a rookie, and he was hooping over there in Villanova as well. Now, that being said, you got 3 players from that championship team, Villanova team, on the Knicks. We're going to keep it that way. They're going to try to win the way they're going to try to win, and that's going to be that. They were teammates then, they're not teammates now, and it shouldn't be no fans, that's Nets fans, looking forward to Mikal Bridges in the trade with them, because it would sound something like, first off, it has not been a trade with the Nets and the Knicks in 40 years, all right? So let's get that clear. Second, and that's intentional. Second off, if it was, it would be something along the lines of RJ. We're not jacking it. Mikal Bridges is a better player than RJ. RJ ain't never been a man on his team. And since this is going to be quick, let me get to it. We go at it about who's moderating and cutting off and this and that. I know a few debate shows that I've been on, chopping it up, talking hoops, that we could actually go on and get it off. You know what I'm saying? 2 minutes for you, 2 minutes for me, 2 minutes for me, 2 minutes for you. If that's what
crazy.
All right, pause. But that's what we could do. We could take it there. So I'm just saying, we ain't got to go back and forth about who's cooking who and this and that. We could go on a real debate show and get it popping. Now, that being said, accept the invite if you like that. And not to digress, because I do want to hear what you're going to say to the rebuttals. But not rebuttals. This is all facts for real. Mikal Bridges, I want you to see this and clip this and send this to him. You won with those teammates in Villanova, and nobody going to change that and take that away. But when it comes down to competing, You need to know the difference between friends and competing. I don't want you to think that this is a town, this is a city of two teams that are rivals. You and your friends, they're not rivals. You guys are cool. You guys slap hand fives and backhand side and all of that stuff like that on your spare time. But when it come down to competing versus the Nets versus the Knicks, I was this close to not messing with you after you helped us lose that game when you first got here, Mikal. But you proved yourself after that. And I want to say that I want you to continue to prove yourself, show the consistency that you're going to be the number one guy for the Brooklyn Nets, and you're not just playing to make it look good so that way you can get to the Knicks and then try to really win it with them. Nah, try to really win it with us. Help us, Bill. Look at the initial immediate impact that you had with the Villanova team. Think about it as the rookies that come to the NBA and how they can have an impact on the young guys under you. You 26, so you kind of like, you're a veteran kind of, you know what I'm saying, to these new guys. They coming in the league 18, 19, 20, 21 years old. You the big dog. You feel me, homie? So, all I'm asking you to do is kind of groom these guys to build that same championship culture that you led. When you were the man, it happened twice. When you was a rookie and when you was a junior, you proved yourself. And now you got your own team to prove to those Villanova teammates that this is my team. That Yaka had that Knicks team, but this is my team. And you ain't leaving Cam Johnson just to become no Knicks post. You're going to stay by Cam twin side, and y'all gonna be a duo, one of the best duos in the Eastern Conference, and it's like that. That's how I feel. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man. Shout out to all of the fans in the chat. I see y'all, but yeah, man, get that out of y'all head about Mikal Bridges coming to the Knicks. We ain't tracking none of it.
Yo, listen, man. That sounds more like a plea than anything. You pleading, please, Mikal, don't leave us for the Knicks. That's what that sounds like to me. But the fact of the matter is, you already said it. He wanted to be a Knick. All his pals are over there. He won a championship with those guys in college. It's only natural that he would feel compelled to want to be in the orange and blue. Yo, listen, man. You said the same. You said you feel like Mikal Bridges could win y'all chip. You said the same thing about KD and Kyrie.
Oh, that's different, though.
Every time you get new players, you feel like you're gonna win a championship. Every year is the same thing. This team is not winning. Your team, as is right now, is not winning a championship no time soon, bro. And you really gotta hold hope and pray that Mikal Bridges stay after when his contract is up. This is real. This is real talk. You could be optimistic about it. But there's no concrete fact that says that he wants to stay. You can hope that he wants to stay and play with Cam Johnson, but that don't necessarily be the case all the time. It might be a better opportunity for him over in orange and blue. You just don't know that yet because he has 3 more years on his contract. 3 of them things. 2, I think 2 in a player option, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, man. I mean, you can hope. It sounds nice. All that sounds nice, Big Fan Breezy. That him and Twin, they got, but that's one friend to 3 friends, and he's playing with 2 of those friends over in FIBA. You play with those FIBA. Pause. That was crazy. You feel me? But yeah, man. I mean, it sounds nice. There was a lot being said that I was like, that sounds cool. It's hopeful. It's wishful thinking. That he wants to prove he's the man over in Brooklyn. Y'all gotta. I mean, hopefully y'all can start, competing in the playoffs to make him want to stay. That needs to be a thing. You feel me? I don't think Mikal Bridges wants to get swept in the playoff in the first round every year. Yeah, I mean that has to change. You feel me? If you want to keep a player like Mikal Bridges don't give me loser vibes. He don't give me I want to stay on a losing team vibes. So those are the kind of things that need to change if you hope to keep Mikal Bridges. You feel me? But whatever. But as far as you talking about, I gotta say this. I resent the statement of you saying going on a real debate show. That was crazy to me. You feel me? Like, I feel like you disrespected our brand just a little bit. You said we could go over there on a real debate show. That's kind of crazy, bro. What you think we doing here, bro? Me and you. What you think
I'm waiting a rebuttal. I'm waiting a rebuttal.
Yeah. First of all, this is a real debate show. I I just want a little breathing room to finish my thought process without being cut off every time I try to speak. That's the only thing I complain about. But this is a real debate show. But you can get work wherever you want to get work at. It's fine by me. Schedule the appropriate time. I'll pop out, wash you up over there. I'll wash you up over here. Like
Never.
this the portable laundry mat. That's what this is. The portable. I throw the washing machine on my back and take it wherever it needs to go. But yeah, thank you, Fluke. But yeah, that's wishful thinking, and you got high hopes to keep Mikal Bridges, and I'm not gonna say I know what he's going to do. Yeah, I mean, I'm not going. I'm gonna land the plane by saying this. I'm not going to act like I got a crystal ball and I know what he's going to do when it's time for him to sign his contract. But bro, like you holding on high hopes on the fact that he wants to prove he's the man of his own team instead of winning. You feel me? Like
No.
y'all gotta get back to competing in the playoffs to make him want to stay. That's my point, bro. Like that needs to be the biggest thing. Pause. Is making sure y'all competing in the playoffs to make sure he want to stay. You know what I mean? But yeah, you can rebut. Go ahead.
Let me, as I clear my throat. I've never been accused of disrespecting the brand, for one. For two, I push the brand more than I don't have any metaphors right now, but I'm really out here pushing the brand, for one. For two, when I said that, what I really meant to say was the format. Now, this format is this: you get 2 minutes. Your opponent doesn't say anything, regardless of what they may feel. As a matter of fact, your mic is on mute. You get 2 minutes, and then after that, your opponent gets 2 minutes, and then you get the rebuttal. Whatever your opponent said. So it's like you talk your shit, then that person, like, you trying to prove your debate, and then the other person proves their debate, and then that second rebuttal round is for you to rebut what that opponent said in the first round. So it's more of the format of what I'm saying, because truth is, yeah, there is a lot of complaining about the monologues and how things go around here. Because, I've been in ciphers where I could just be going back and forth, or I could stay quiet and wait till it's done. Either way works for me. So again, that being said, for Fluky to say that, knowing that there were multiple times that your boy T-Time was wrong. One, OB1 wrong about that. He's out of here, like I said he was going to be. Two, when it come down to this podcast, you to say that Julius Randle is the king of New York the same year y'all got your ass whooped in the playoffs, and all he did was become MIP. He was a most improved player, as in the year before that, he wasn't doing what he was doing that season. So yeah, he deserves MIP. But to say that you can never take me on any debate here or abroad to say that he was ever the king of New York. I will cook you, wash you, whatever however you want to put this. That's what will happen to T-Time debating that Julius Randle was ever the king of New York. Period. Now, that being said, when it comes down to it, I was right about that. I was right about Obi-Wan and Julius Randle not being the king of New York. I said that. The Quentin Grimes, Cam Thomas, to me, is still like up in the air, which is one of the more interesting conversations in my opinion. I think Cam Thomas had the up on him that first season. I think Quentin Grimes won that second season. This third season, we'll see. You know what I'm saying? We'll see. And you're all Knicks fans all agree since this podcast started, we up 2-1. So if anybody the Kings of New York, it's the Brooklyn Nets. The Brooklyn Nets has been the king of New York since this podcast started. Because we 2-1 since the podcast started. So y'all could talk all of these soliloquies and make it sound as sweet as you want it, as sweet as you want it to sound. Have your sweet sounding soliloquies. But remember, when you're doing that, in the back of your mind, remember that we up 2-1 since the podcast started. Now put that in your pipe and smoke it. Knicks fan.
Hey. Bro, you love to try to tout when a broken clock is right at least twice a day. You know what I mean? You like to say these things, but let's talk about all the things that I was right about. when the podcast first started, I told you neither KD or Kyrie Irving was going to be here when things got rough. And I was right about that. I told you this postseason, y'all was going to get washed up by the 76ers. I was right about that. Come on, bro. I told you I was going to get washed up last season by the Boston Celtics. I was right about that. I told you this season we were going to be a better team than y'all. I was right about that. So
I don't remember you saying that. I don't remember you saying that you was going to be a better team when we had KD and Kyrie to start the season. I don't remember that.
I did. I said that we was going to be a higher seed than y'all. I did.
In the beginning of the season. I don't remember that.
I did say these things. But whatever. Feel how you want to feel. I've been right a lot too. I've been right a lot, especially when it came to things involving the Nets. I've been right a lot. I told you Cam Thomas wasn't going to get PT once the team is healthy. I was right about that. And look at him, still waiting for, still hoping and praying and wishing that he could get on the basketball court to play basketball. He's hoping and wishing. And like I said, it's more than just being – see, this is more than being to the King of New York. Bro, I'm doing something. Thank you very much. It's more to being the King of New York than just putting points on the board, just scoring the most points out of your counterparts. When Julius Randle was playing well, the fanfare around what he was doing for the New York Knicks made him the King of New York. The fanfare around it. Made him the King of New York. You feel me? That's what made it him the King of New York. Every time you look on the back page of all the sport pages, it was Julius Randle with a footnote of KD and Kyrie and a little small sliver on the bottom. And KD was supposed to be the guy. Julius Randle absolutely in the MIP season was the King of New York. Absolutely. King of New York. What he was doing, and he wasn't just MIP, it was also him being an all-star. It's also him taking the Knicks to their first playoffs in over 8 years. That's what made him the King. That's what made him the King of New York. Yes, exactly.
They didn't make him the King of New York. But finish.
What happened? Thank you. It wasn't just me. I didn't make these things up. It wasn't just me. Julius Randle was undeniably that year the King of New York. But I digress on that point. But Jalen Brunson is absolutely, undeniably the King of New York right now. You can't debate that because nobody on the Nets is the King of New York. Nobody. Right now, nobody. Damn sure ain't Mikal Bridges. So, yeah, I digress on that. But, yeah, you get washed up anywhere, bro. And remember, just because you right on certain things, well, broken clock is right at least twice a day. I've been right a lot when it came to the Nets. A lot.
I mean, just to show you my clock ain't broken, that was twice I was right. I was right saying basically, no pun intended, that was a fluke of what y'all did when y'all went to the playoffs, because I said y'all ain't had no point guard, which reigned true, and Rose did what he could, but he wasn't enough. And y'all see what happened with other players on that team when y'all got washed, a gentleman's sweep by the Atlanta Hawks. So again, I was right. Y'all was going to lose that. I was right about y'all not being consistent and getting Evan Fournier, getting him. I mean, he complaining about y'all now. He on the internet wilding, talking about he gonna come back in Goku form. Please, ain't nobody scared of you, and you ain't gonna do shit, especially to no Knicks. If you mad Evan French Fry Fournier, you ain't getting no playing time, and you blaming Coach Tommy T. Listen, call Obi-Wan. He probably feel the same way. That's why Obi-Wan in Indiana and probably gonna have a much better career now that he ain't got Tommy T stifling him as a player. And it's all of this shit y'all talking. Please, I'm not impressed. Y'all talking like y'all fitting to do what? As far as King of New York, yeah, he's one player. But like I said, what you did not rebuttal, The Brooklyn Nets, since the podcast started, are the Kings of New York versus the
Fact.
Knicks. We took over. Listen, you
Fact.
talking about the fanfare, the same fans that you Julius gave the finger? I mean, where's the
Did he give?
appreciation?
That's fact. He didn't give
I
nobody the
just want to
finger. That's
ask.
fact.
I just want to ask: has there ever been a King of New York who gave the finger to the home fans? Because, in my knowledge, that is grabs pearls. The audacity of this guy to say that he can consider himself by the fanfare. And if that's the case, that's even more nasty work. If the fans herald you as the King of New York, when you getting praise and you're here and it's up high and you're like, yes, embrace me as that. But then when they on you for something, you playing bad, and then you give them the finger, but then you got vloggers like T-Time talking about I understand. What's wrong with these Knicks fans? You can't play both sides. So which one is it? Is it the fans give him this praise and that's cool, but it's not cool to get the middle finger and you take the side of the players? I mean, I'm just it's boggling. It's mind-boggling because to me, it seems it's inconsistent from you as a vlogger. You know what I mean? So
It's not.
I mean, that's your business. You know, I look at it like this: with the team that we got, we the underdogs, and when it come down to this new thing with no flopping and they being penalized, teams being penalized for flopping, the Nets are going to be one of the better teams next season. Going to have one of the top 10 defenses. Excuse me, in my opinion. Excuse me, even top 5, but I won't go there just yet. I feel like there's tweaks they're going to do to the roster. I don't think we start the roster the way we do. Last summer league, last week we was here, we was talking about the summer league. We had one more game. We lost that game to the Cleveland Cavaliers. But stars that shine was Jalen Wilson. He's definitely going to be in the rotation, and I won't shy away from saying that it might be a trade happening. We got a bunch of extra money like MLEs and all of this stuff like that. I just don't think it's over. You know what I'm saying? That being said, stay tuned. It ain't no basketball until I think September or October. Please keep rocking with us. Listen, man, it's gonna be tough. We had the game in July. I think we having another game in August because you know ain't no basketball. I think the only basketball is the USA versus Puerto Rico.
Before we get there, there's a lot of cap in your rap that I gotta address. You trying to digress into something that has nothing to do with what you were just saying. Like who? Yeah,
no cap.
We could
but go ahead.
We could talk about us playing basketball at the end of the show. But first of all, I want to talk about that straight cap of Julius Randle never gave anybody the finger. That's a lie. That's a lie. He told the fans to shut the F up, but actually giving somebody the finger, that never happened. You feel me? I don't know where in your imagination that you dreamt that up, but that didn't happen.
But he told the fans to shut the fuck up. The King never said that to his fans.
Yeah. Listen, it happens. New York fans are rough.
Home crowd?
You feel me? New York fans are rough. We gave Patrick Ewing a hard time. You feel me? Even Patrick Ewing complained it was a thumbs down. Yeah, it was a thumbs down. It wasn't the finger. Yeah, but even Patrick Ewing, because we passionate like that. If you playing bad, we're gonna let you know you playing bad. And he was unfortunately at that moment playing bad. But then you want to sit here and talk about Evan Fournier complaining about PT when you really got Cam Thomas. Reporters is asking, why don't you ever smile?
Bro, we ain't paying him $100 million. You paid them $70 million. Cam Thomas get $2 million.
That's not $100 million. That's still $30 million away from 100, bro.
But still, $72 million to $2 million is $7 million gap.
Regardless of the fact, if Evan played better on defense, he could get PT. But the whole thing you talk about Evan going to the having a rant about not playing. Cam Thomas dropped 43 games back to back. Regardless of the money that he's making, he dropped 43 games back to back. Evan ain't never do that as a Knick. So if anybody deserves Cam Thomas deserved PT 40 back to back, and then you go sitting back on the bench. That's why ain't shit funny, because your coach don't trust him to put the ball in a basketball hoop, even though that's what he does, and your team needed scoring on many occasions, and Cam Thomas sitting there looking like he ate a sour grape.
And
Sour
y'all
grape
shot
just on.
poorly from three a lot of
Yeah,
times. And Evan Fournier broke Stark's record the season before, but yet he rides
but
the pine.
listen, regardless, I'll let you finish. Let me finish. You feel me? Let me finish. Please let me work. Let me work. I'll let you go on your long soliloquy of capitry. You feel me? But let me finish. Please let me work. You feel me? When Evan wasn't playing because he can't play defense, and I admit that. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. He can't play defense, so he didn't get PT. He didn't get PT because he can't play defense. Until he learns how to play defense and not be a cone, he's gonna be on the bench. This team is built around playing defense. This is why Obi couldn't get a lot of minutes because Obi was bad on defense. So what's the excuse? It is no excuse for Cam Thomas not playing. Even if he is playing poorly on defense, he's still one of the best scorers on your team. Evan is not even can't even considered a top three scorer on the Knicks. So the benefits of having him on the court for his offense is outweighed by how poorly he plays on defense. So I'm not mad at Evan sitting on the bench. I'm not mad at Evan being mad that he's sitting on the bench. Play some defense. But Cam Thomas, your favorite player on the bench, looking like he want to cry every day because Jack Vaughn and Steve Nash couldn't find a reason to give the young man some PT, especially when the guys that you said was holding him back. You said, I remember you saying that Kyrie Irving is the reason why Cam Thomas can't get PT.
I said that.
Kyrie Irving got traded. Cam Thomas still couldn't get PT. You feel me? And when it comes down to this whole running the city thing, bro, just gonna leave this here, and then we can move on to whatever topic you want to move on. But the Nets running, quote unquote, running the city, and Julius Randle's MIP season, and have to sell tickets, playoff tickets at that, with two top 10 scorers, two top 10 NBA players, no, three at that time, because James Harden was on the team. Three top 10 NBA players on a roster and have to use the code Harden to get 50% off on playoff tickets when y'all thought y'all had championship aspirations, and you want me to believe that's the team that's running the city when in Julius Randle's MIP season, the Knicks sold out in less than 20 minutes? Less than 20 minutes? And y'all basement bargain prices for playoff tickets, and this is what I'm supposed to believe is supposed to be running a city? Get out of here with that. Y'all not even that interested to go to to y'all playoff games, and you supposed to be. Net fans are not interested enough to go to playoff games, and you want to let me believe that y'all running a city? Come on,
Bro, I'm not
come
trying to
on.
convince you. I'm telling you. Since the podcast started, we the Kings of New York. And like you said, you don't want to reiterate this over and over. But the truth is, that's what it is. We won 2 seasons out of 1. And as much as y'all went to the second round, yeah, Julius Randle got that because of the very fact that you said y'all wasn't shit until Julius Randle gave y'all a little life. And Jalen Brunson added to that when he got to the team. Case in point is RJ ain't that good in offense, but Tibbs keep him out there because he seemed to think he's that great in defense. So case in point is y'all can have RJ out there, but that's your style of play. I truly don't care. I just know that we can beat y'all like we did already. Now, that being said, I look for more of the same going into next season. The rivalry going to continue regardless of all of that Villanova history between said players. We going to compete. You know, they got us in FanDuel saying that we're going to win 37 games. I choose the over. I said 37 games. They kind of doing us bad right now. You know, we went to the playoffs and we had 42 wins. And even us being 13 to 15, if you break that down statistically to say, oh, that's how they got the number, I'm still not impressed. And if y'all want to go on that small sample size, fine. But just know the chemistry in those 28 games ain't going to be the same chemistry we got on the offseason. I've seen reports of Darius Baisley, a new addition on the team, working out with Cam Johnson in the summer. The players that's on the roster are working out together in the summer. I seen Day'Ron Sharp, Cam Thomas, and Royce O'Neal in support of Jalen Wilson and Noah Clowney. And Jalen Wilson, not to forget to mention, won the Dr. Julius Award, the Dr. J Award too, for being the best small forward in college. So there's going to be camaraderie there that we can build on for us to have chemistry on and off the court. I look forward to it. You know, I feel like the Brooklyn Nets are in a player development situation where I ain't gonna lie, Clowney, he looked like he's gonna go to the G League, and Darrick Whitehead, I doubt he's gonna start. I won't say doubt. I don't know if he's going to start the season because of his injury. You know what I'm saying? And that being said, we got Armani Brooks. His name, it makes sense. You got Brooklyn Bridges, and then you got somebody named Armani Brooks. He had a stint with the Toronto Raptors, I think another team, but he didn't really get no burn like that. You know, we got rid of Patty Mills, Seth Curry, and Joe Harris. Armani Brooks seems like he's going to be our new shooter and probably one of the better shooters on our team. But I'm interested to see which direction we go on offense. Again, I'm not sold on Dinwiddie starting. And all that Cam Thomas talk to finish it off, I want to see him start. You know, I'm backing what I said. You know what I'm saying? I'm standing on that 10 toes, and I want to see him start. I want to see Nick Claxton. Well, I won't go through it all, but I'll say I want to see Ken Thomas start at the 2 guard. And if that happens, I'll be a happy fan. I don't know how you other fans feel about Ken Thomas, and you know, but I see the upside. I see a player who, and again, I get this from Gilbert Arenas saying that he's seen him and his work ethic didn't change, even though he didn't get minutes. He stayed with a diligent work ethic, and that's what you ask for from a professional, especially a young one like Cam Thomas. So yeah, like you said, you ain't gonna be here long. You know, I'll keep it brief. But yeah, man, I'm really confident. I'm really confident based on what I've seen thus far. I like the fact we didn't make no hasty moves, and slow and steady wins the race. So yeah, we go. We go.
Yeah, I agree with y'all, whoever reported y'all winning 30 whatever games this season. I agree that's going to be the case if the roster stay the way it is as of right now. But if we talk like Fraz said, that's a fact. If we talking about chemistry, you feel me? That's what the Knicks got in spades. Oh no, before I go there, you said RJ is not that good on offense. RJ averaged 20 points a game both seasons, season before and this season.
Not when you count it.
Yeah, bro, nobody on your team did anything when it counted. So what does that mean? Like, what are you saying? Like,
when
that's
came down
rhetorical.
to him being, well, I'm gonna answer your question. When Jalen Brunson came to the team, to my knowledge, it was a duo kind of between Randall and RJ, and Brunson became number 1 when he came to the team. Randall, you could say a close 2, but
all right, come on, I wasn't done. So
it's not a close 3. It's a drop between 2 and 3.
No, that's not true. That's not true at all. That's not true at all. You talk about a 20-point per game scorer, bro. You're not talking about it goes from Julius Randle 25, Jalen Brunson 24, RJ Barrett 20. Like there ain't no major drop between 2 and 3. Like there's no major drop. What are you talking about?
Showed me different. And when I seen him in the clutch, he didn't show up.
I also know you need to wear glasses, and that's a fact. You need glasses.
Oh, versus the Heat, he went missing in the second half.
Bro, you talking about versus the Heat, but what about what he was doing versus the Cavs when it mattered? When Julius Randle went down with injury, RJ Barrett stepped up to help Jalen Brunson beat the Cavs. But you talking about when it mattered. What did Mikal Bridges do when it mattered? Nothing. Got swept. He didn't help the Brooklyn Nets against the 76ers. So, like, this is what I'm saying. That doesn't make Mikal Bridges a bad player. He had a bad series. You feel me? And I'm willing to admit that doesn't mean that Mikal Bridges is not good because he
I
had
didn't
a
say
bad
OJ
series.
wasn't good.
But what
I just
RJ
don't
did
think he's a
show
good
you in the
offensive
first
player.
round that he can ball out, and it was a few games in the second round. And I don't know if that's me, but I can't hear nothing you saying right now because it's choppy. Somebody froze. I don't know if it's me who froze or you. Uh, but RJ did play some good games in the second round versus the Heat. He did have some bad games as well. You feel me? But to say that your eye test is telling you that RJ's not, your eye test is, you need to go get your eyes examined, bro. Because you're still talking about a 23-year-old kid, just turned 23 in the offseason, 20 points a game, had some impressive playoff performances this year. You feel me? So I don't know what your eye test is telling you, bro, but you go get them examined.
When they
But
needed to
yeah,
go to him, he
before we
wasn't
get up
scoring
out
the
of
ball.
here, I don't know if I'm frozen or if that's Big Fan Breezy. I can't even tell you. Uh,
I think that's
yo,
yours.
am I freezing or is that you, bro?
That's yours for sure.
Well, that is me. I said a lot, and I don't even know if it was heard, but whatever.
Yeah.
Uh, I don't know when I started freezing, so I don't know where to continue from.
No, the
You know what I mean?
audio was
But
smooth, but the video choppy.
oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, but before I go, I did want to talk about the Knicks' new addition to the team. I'm bad with names, man, but this kid, I think he's gonna be Nathan. What's his last name? Nathan Knight. Yeah, Nathan Knight. Uh, the new addition to the Knicks. Yeah, I mean, 6'8" forward, same kind of build as Obi. I think he's definitely gonna be Obi's replacement. And the thing that I like about this kid, I watch his highlights. Everybody look good in highlights, to be perfectly honest. The kid doesn't get his previous years. He hasn't gotten a lot of PT. You feel me? He hasn't got a lot of PT, but he's efficient in that time. That's the part that I'm impressed by. 58% from the field, 38% from three. Excuse me, 36% from three. In limited action, 7 points a game in like no, I'm lying. It's not 7 points a game. It's like 4 points a game in like 7 minutes of action. We're looking at a player that clearly the Knicks is saying that Julius Randle is going to continue to get these minutes. We need somebody who's going to back up Julius Randle, who's not only going to be efficient in that time, is not going to complain about not getting as much minutes. And Nathan Knight looked like that. And in his highlights, one thing that I see that's different from Obi is that Obi's athletic, but Obi didn't have that dog in him to go up and dunk on people. You feel me? Like he never seemed like he wanted to go and dunk on people, put people on posters. Yes, he could jump, but I never like I've been watching Obi his whole career, and I think he maybe got one, two posterizing dunks, and that's because somebody was trying to block him from behind pause. But Nathan Knight ain't scared to dunk on people. He ain't scared to put people on a poster. And I like that. He's not just a stand in the corner, 3-point shooting kind of guy. He can pump fake. He can drive to the basket. And when it's time to put people on a shirt, he's definitely able to do that. I don't expect like super big things from him, but he might be a suitable replacement for Obi. Give us pretty much the same thing and a little bit more that Obi was giving us. And he looked like he could play a little bit of defense. But yeah, we got like 6 more minutes, so I ain't gonna
Yeah,
talk long.
yeah. Well, I see Kev talking all that shit about me not getting no wins unless I was on a team with a Knicks fan. Listen, we're gonna see about it in August. Know that. I don't know if Francis is gonna be there, but I imagine another game is coming before the season starts, and we're gonna see. I'm not jacking none of that shit because trust me, I was out there hooping. It wasn't like I was just running there slapping high fives from Knicks fans. Like, thank you for the win. Nah, fuck that. I was out there hooping. See me out there knocking down jumpers, setting picks, playing defense, getting rebounds, getting blocks. Stop it, hustling. Stop. Y'all not going to talk spicy to me like I wasn't out there playing basketball. No. Like I said, see me out there. We going ain't no 4-on-4s. And like I said, I prefer 3-on-3s, 1-on-1s, and 2-on-2s. Kevin Barry running around talking about the number one 2-on-2 duo because they beat who? Ty West and his young pup? Huh? Nah, I'm not jacking neither one of those comments. I want a 2-on-2 versus Kevin Barry, and I'll definitely want a 1-on-1 because I don't need no Knicks fan to lead a park with a win. I want to establish that from here on out. I do not need a Knicks fan to leave a basketball park where we're playing basketball for a win. I can do that. All my net fan powers, I can establish that win. All facts. And yeah, we ain't got much time, so what I will say is it ain't no basketball till next week. I don't know what's gonna happen. In my opinion, I'm off the Dame trade. Y'all want to talk about it? Holla at me. But again, last I heard, Hero might go to the Clippers, and the Clippers are the third team that's involved. Again, y'all can miss me with that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, but I'm chilling, man. You know what I mean? I'm out here, man. Shout to T Time, shout to Kev, shout to the chat, shout to BG, shout to everybody in the chat, shout to all the Nets fans. We the best fans, and we building something. We building a culture, and Mikal Bridges comes from a championship culture. Know that he won 2 NCAA championships, and he ain't do it by himself. And trust me, he got Cam a twin. He got twin by his side to help him get far this season. We want to see. We're gonna, in my opinion, get a fair look at what this team really is with this 82 game season. You flip the 28, make it 82, and we'll see what happens. I don't want to hold T Time. He said about the
Yes.
dip, and
Uh,
you know,
just real quick, you talking about Mikal Bridges' championship pedigree because he won 2 NCAA championship. What do you think would happen when we got 3 guys that got that championship pedigree on the team? If you're so hyped about Mikal Bridges, and I mean championship pedigree because he won those NCAA championships.
mhm.
What about the 3 guys that we got on the team that got championship pedigree? That's all that's all I'm gonna say about that. You feel me? And you mentioned something about trades, and I want to leave off by saying this. Yo, listen to me when I be telling y'all these things, Knicks fans. I remember at the beginning of the off season, not everybody, but it was a lot of Knicks fans talking about Carl Anthony Towns. I said immediately, I said that is never going to happen. Never going to happen. And then the report just came out that the Knicks never even not going to or never even had a conversation to make that happen. Because Carl Anthony Towns is soft like Terry Cloth. He's soft like Terry Cloth. You feel me? Pause. And he's not part of he doesn't fit in the culture of what we trying to do here, which is tough, grittiness. And he's not that. You feel me? It was another trade rumor, and I was like, that wasn't gonna happen, but I forget right now, and I don't feel like trying to remember. But I said that. Listen, man, it is not. Y'all got to stop believing these nondescript accounts. Oh, NBA Central, I think just got banned on suspended on Twitter for capping on Kevin Garnett. Kevin Garnett name said that something Kevin Garnett was picking on somebody, and it's like a senior picking on a freshman or something like that. That's the quote that NBA Central. Y'all all know that page that be on social media. NBA Central. They supposedly quoted Kevin Garnett saying that Draymond Green picking on Jordan Poole was like a senior kid picking on a freshman. Draymond Green responded, trying to go crazy at KG. And next thing I know, NBA Central page is suspended. I say this to say, I've been telling y'all stop listening to that page for forever. When it comes to trade rumors or anything inside related, that page is capped, just like a lot of these pages on social media that just here for the clicks. Yes, baby. All right. Just wanted to get on camera, and I know that, but yeah, just like a lot of those pages is capped. I say
You
all
should
that
have
to
hailed
say,
from the
listen,
cooking.
hell from what cooking, bro? She trying to get me to. She trying to calm me down from cooking. She know what it
She
is.
trying to console you.
Yeah, but look, she know I'm about to go to work. That's what that is. But yeah, I try to tell y'all if it ain't from a credible source, don't believe it because you got pages like NBA Central that just out here for the clicks. They'll say anything and do anything for the retweets and the tweets and the likes and the shares. You feel me? So don't get your trade information from those guys. I be trying to tell y'all. This is
Yeah.
facts. You know what I mean? But yo, I gotta skedaddle. You know what I mean? I appreciate everybody want to pull up. Uh I'll holler at y'all next week. You know what I mean?
All
Later.
right. Later, y'all. Barry, thank you, man. We appreciate you helping us push it.